Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through my Supercoach side, which is just having a shocking end of the year with no trades. I've sort of just put it on the back burner. I haven't actually looked at the side basically the whole weekend, just the whole week, the whole weekend, the whole new week. I basically take like 5 minutes and look at it now that there's not much I can do with no trades, as well as I kind of stuffed it up and it's kind of failing because of that, and plenty of lessons to take from it as I continue to slide down the rankings. I'm just hoping that I don't slide out of the top, honestly, 10K at this point, just because of how bad the team is set up with only 6 forwards and one of them being Luke Jackson, who is a failure of a pick. So anyway, before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this video. So as you can see, 2370, round rank of 55,000, total score of 46,218, and a season rank of 4,000. Yeah, it just sucks. I've just had a complete team just collapse, basically. The not having Tom Stewart at this point, not having Tristan Cherry at this point, not having a decent enough forward line at this point, it's just sort of meant that I've slid down the rankings. But anyway, we do what we do. My backline actually held up pretty strong. Sheasel, Dacos, Martin, Mangin, Malira, Ryan, and Houston all scoring really well. Not having the Bond VC was a killer, and the Tristan Cherry big bomb there, as well as Rowan Marshall, not having those and not being able to adjust to them and pick them up was a really big bummer. I could actually, you know what I could do if I could fix it, which I can't actually do, I don't think, would be to have a Lawson Humphreys on field instead of a Luke Jackson, but I can't do that because I can't get Fisher into the back line effectively, is the problem with that. As I would like to do that, but he's pretty much stuck because Biggie Nguyen doesn't have the, there's no one in the back line that I can there's no defender forward that I can flip into there, I don't believe, and that is the exact problem. And that's why Heaney is stuck in my midfield line rather than my forward line effectively. Just a lot of missed trades here has effectively stuffed up my whole side. Bond 182, he was just absolutely huge. Simple as that. Neil 103, he did all right. Butters 132, held him and he did all right. Yeah, this is the point when I would have loved to have had Rosie instead of Luke Jackson. That would have been a lot better. Would have got me like another 90 points, as well as Bontempelli going nuts. And that would have got me, as well as the having the 2 good rucks, that's basically the difference between me going 2370 and me going, another 300 points just off those 2 or 3 different things. Even if I just had Bontempelli captain, I would have got 2450 and it would have looked good. If I'd had Luke Jackson on the bench and Lawson Humphreys score in there, I would have gotten up to the likes of, another 30 odd points there. So that's basically 109 points burnt through those 2 things and not even having active trades, which would get me to 2479, and that wouldn't look too bad. But it is what it is. I basically have to play Luke Jackson because Fisher is dead, and I should have traded Fisher rather than Gawn at this point in the season, as that would have done a lot better. I would have had a lot more flexibility. So I guess that's a lot of the learning, is just don't get yourself pigeonholed way too early into the season into a specific thing, because Fisher and Nguyen not playing meant that I have to play Luke Jackson and no way to flip them back in. It kind of sucks. And also Logan Evans not putting up a decent enough score to get him taken off the ground. To take someone else off the ground actually worked in the end. And Billy Dowlings, I didn't actually change anything here because Matt Rowell went really good early and I didn't bother to change anything. This video is a very short one, probably because I don't want to talk about Supercoach as much anymore, just because, 152 left in salary. I wish I could chuck that on someone to upgrade them, but obviously ran out of trades, and I think that's one of the biggest learnings, even though I knew it would be probably a learning in the end, is that I had to probably hold my trades at some point in the season and just know that the back end, they're going to probably hurt a lot more. So you get your... I think that's one of the biggest things, is using them early to get ahead with the cash gen, and then holding them, and then waiting to like, you don't need to just do a like the Ollie Dempsey trade. That was probably a bad one in the end. And waiting for those sort of top forwards to emerge and then jumping on them. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things to take away from this year. But anyway, now we move on to the VC and C. I'm going to match my fantasy VC with Harry Sheezel, and then my C is going to go on. Who is it going to go on here? Who does Gold Coast have? They've got Essendon, which I'm pretty sure is a tough matchup per se. Let me just go to DFS and check this. Team averages, let me check on the Essendon with their turnover ball. Turnovers for Essendon, they are, where are they? They're middle of the pack. That's not really anything, to be honest with you, so I don't think I could go Flanders for the C. I could also just go Bont, because Bont is Bont, as I probably will just go Bont. Just because I have no one, I don't think, in the St Kilda game. Wanganeen-Malira, I don't think he's going to score terribly well to be a captaincy option. And then Bont has Adelaide, and Adelaide I don't think will do much to stop him, so I'm going to go Bont there. Could potentially go Houston against Melbourne, because he could put up a really big score, but they are playing at the MCG, and he doesn't score terribly well outside of Adelaide. Neil has the tag against Brisbane. Tom Green has the tag. No, sorry. Neil has the tag against GWS. Tom Green has the tag against Brisbane. Butters plays Melbourne. I expect one of him or Rosie to get tagged, and they didn't do too well against Melbourne last time out, I don't believe. Let me just double check that. 98 points. So yeah, he had a 78-98 split, so that wasn't too good. Walsh has Hawthorn. I expect him to get the Connor Nash treatment, but they may also just go to divert that to Paddy Cripps, because Paddy Cripps is having a ripper of a season. But yeah, I don't see any way for Sam Walsh to really score well. Jordan Dawson, he played Western Bulldogs last time out, scored a 92. Not looking at his schedule for the rest of the season, not liking it too much. Isaac Heaney, could he respond against Collingwood? He did go 136 last time they played. But I just think he's absolutely ruined. Could go the VC, potentially him, and then go the C, Sheezel. Which I don't know if that will be necessarily popular. Let's just go to these. Let's just go to Coach Choice, all coaches. VC, Nick Dacos, Harry Sheezel was the C, going a lot to Bont. And then, okay, a lot to Bont. And let's check what the 1% is doing, because they really know what they're doing. Sheezel, Tristan Cherry, and then Bont is highly captained alongside, Sheezel as well as. Is anyone doing anything with Errol Gordon's getting a lot of the VC, it looks like, and even Isaac to a certain degree. But yeah, so my initial thoughts weren't the worst with that. But anyway, that pretty much is the video there. I've somehow strung it out to 8 minutes, trying to make these short as well, as they really have nothing new in them, to be honest with you. It's just rehashing the week, as well as going through and doing my VC and C. So yeah, let's hope for a big Sheezel game, as that'll be my VC, and hope he can go large against North. But I'm just hoping my Swans can bounce back, because footy isn't that fun when your team's getting thumped and they're supposed to be a good side. But anyway, hopefully they can bounce back, and I'll see you guys in the tips video next. So I'll see you guys in that one. Bye guys.